Welcome to Midcap Masala, and yes, of course, let's get started with the management discussions and let's put the spotlight on DCX Systems. The company has been in focus of late on the back of a new order win, where in the latest, the company received an order worth 563 crores for a maritime patrol radar application. And yes, of course, that day itself, we have seen a very good jump on the stock price. But what's the visibility going ahead in terms of the order book build up as well as demand inflow? Let's get in all those details and let me welcome Mr. H.S. Raghavendra Rao, who is the CMD of DCX System, joining us on the show. Mr. Rao, hi, morning. Good to be speaking with you. And first up, recent order win. So firstly, congratulations for that. But with this, where does the order book currently stand? Give us a sense there. And after accounting for this new order win, what's the visibility of adding new orders going ahead?
The total order book, what we have today, as on today, it is around 3,200 crore order book.
Okay, so Mr. Rao, that's where your order book is at. But what is the expected revenue realization timeline? Out of this, what percentage is expected to be realized in the first half of the next financial year?
See, this total 3,200 crore, it is a mixed delivery schedule. This is a over period of 2.5 to 3 years. And we cannot tell you what is the overall, we need to complete this about 2.5 years. And based on the supply chain, material availability, and other export license, import license, that depends on the which program and priority wise we will get. Based on that, we will start delivering. The customer requirement also matter here, but 2.5 years, this present order book, we need to complete this.
All right, but along with that, Mr. Rao, I'm sure that you also have international exposure. But what is the percentage of the contribution coming in from the international clients in your overall order book as of now? What sort of an exposure do they have in your order book right now?
This about almost 40/60, about 40% for export and 60% domestic use.
Okay, and Mr. Rao, while we're talking about your international exposure, and while we are, yes, of course, seeing some respite on the geopolitical front, at least temporarily, do you foresee any supply chain disruption towards your export exposure on the back of the Middle East conflict so far?
As I mentioned earlier, my entry also, but we have secured majority of the material. Production is going on, but there are challenges for the due to the flight problem. People couldn't able to come. Our foreign OEM do lot of qualification test here and FIA clearance. That is troubling presently. And also upcoming days, really I don't know what is the situation because of the supply chain. Of course there is a disturbance, and after hopefully this war is going to end very shortly. And we cannot tell you right now what is the it will going to affect for the next financial year until of course I in my view, supply chain and semiconductor major business we do on electronic side. Semiconductor, I am not seeing much impact, and I'm hoping it should not be have any semiconductor problem except the transportation issue and the flight issue and the other issues. But I'm not seeing any challenge for semiconductors for this moment.
All right, but along with that, Mr. Rao, the company is the largest defense partner to the Israeli defense company. And due to the Middle East conflicts that are going on, what kind of a demand traction are you penciling in? Any sort of an impact over there, at least for the next 2 to 3 years, if you can give us some visibility?
Opportunity is very big, and of course war is not a good for humanitarian purpose, but there is an opportunity. As you know, we are the DCX is the largest partner for Israeli companies, especially with IA. Also we have a joint venture. This I am seeing a lot of opportunity. because of the comfortness. We have a JV with them, joint venture with them, and also the comfortness what they work last 15 years. And definitely there is a big opportunity for DCX to move forward because they have to refill the stock and there are good opportunity, and also the precaution what they are supposed to take. So which we expect more business from the Middle East. Yeah, I mean, especially from the Israel and US too.
Okay, so at least that sounds optimistic, Mr. Rao. On that note, we'll let you go. Thanks so much for taking the time out and speaking with us this morning. So viewers, that was the management of DCX Systems, and yes, they are not being able to gauge how much financial impact this Middle East disruption has had on their business, but they're expecting more orders going ahead from their Israeli clients. At least that's what the management had to tell us. But on that note, viewers, time to slip into a very short break. Be right back, and on the other side, we'll be interacting with the management of Keynes Technology. So stay tuned, and we'll be right back.